I'm Kumar Rakesh, and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today, we're going to discuss the Kashmir Files Outburst, and as we know it, the Vivek Ranjan Agnotri, and now we have Dr. Vivek Kaul. So, Vivek Agnotri how just made the Kashmir Files the more than truth, as he said he had shared, and whoever just watched the movie already, most of the crime, those who know the truth, those doesn't know the truth. As I've also watched with Vivek Agnotri, Pallavi Joshi in Delhi on the 7th of March with Union Minister of Culture, Mr. G. Kishan Reddy, and other producers also, and many dignitaries was there. So one person stand in between the movie and cried like anything, and he was saying he was Kashmiri. So this is all the true picture of the Kashmir, uh, Jammu Kashmir, and he was there. Anyhow, he just saved his life, and he was watching movie with us on that day. So Dr. Vivek Kaul is also just interviewed by Vivek Notri uh, in his movie, and already Dr. Vivek Kaul is even a doctor and a socio-political activist living in London, and he left Bharat 1996, and with the so many regions you can understand. But how just you now feeling now how you have done for the Kashmiri Hindus? I'm not saying Kashmiri Pandit, and so Kashmiri Hindu, how they brutally murdered and genocide more than, and that person who was the main culprit is still is alive. Why he is alive? It's also a matter of question for the past government and for the present government also, as I think. So how did Vivek Kaul just to analyze the movie, the Kashmir Files and Outburst? How just to think how they analyze the movie, how we rate the movie as a movie or the documentary and the docudrama. What do you say?
Thank you for calling me Kumarji. I've always followed your interviews. They're very, learn a lot from them. So about this movie, I must tell you that Vivek Ranjan Angarutri has done a lot of research. He, as you would have seen, that my name is also in the credits of the movie because I spent a lot of time, about 12 hours with him. We were trying to explain to him everything which happened to our lives during that time. Our lives were turned upside down by these jihadis. It started before 1990, but the January 1990 was the culmination of tragedies and catastrophes which befell our small community. So, Mr. Vivek Ranjan Agnotri, as he has said in many interviews, he says 90% of my work was done by interviewing and researching. So 2-3 years before, in 2019 and 20, he went all over the world to the people who were the victims of this genocide. He interviewed them, in a very painstaking manner, almost up to 10 hours a day. He used to come first thing in the morning. By 7:30, he used to be knocking your door, driving himself with his wife, son, and one photographer, cameraman, sorry. And they used to document all the things which have happened to our community. So what he has shown in the movie is a tip of an iceberg because a movie cannot cover everything. So he has, as he has said, taken 700 interviews spanning over 5,000 minutes of footage, which he will at some point also put it on the YouTube or somewhere. But the movie, as you have asked me, has reopened our wounds and shown it to the government of India that we need justice, and justice has to be done in the form of commission of inquiry and a tribunal, along with a commission of rehabilitation with we need a place of our own in Kashmir. So this is what has happened after the movie. A lot of people are talking about it, and he has been a great. He has told the story as it is. He has shown the violence as it was, and though he has made it a little bit less unpalatable. But whatever he has shown, all the stories he has strung together are true, and they are backed up with a lot of evidence.
So just I just you found as already he mentioned, he given the credit in his movie, in his film, and the docudrama in the Kashmir Files. Vivek Agnotri has given the credit line, Dr. Vivek Kaul from London, and I think he just already shared his view. More than 7,000 interviews he has done, but it's not possible to show all the interviews at
Correct.
the 2.5 hours and 3 hours, whatever timing is there. So, but whatever, they have a lot of research as they claim. So, what's the reason behind it, Dr. Vivek? So many movies has been just uh, made, just Fiza, Fana, Mission Kashmir, Haider, and Shikara, but no one just raised this issue. What's the reason behind it? All that they are just claiming that terrorists are so uh, uh, just for the sake of mercy. I think. Do you think the terrorists need any mercy? Whoever the terrorists they are.
They don't need any mercy. All these movies which you have, illustrated, they are only showing the version of the jihadis. I don't know what lobby these filmmakers are from or what they do. They never showed the real pain of Kashmiri Hindus who underwent a genocide. They were only showing the side of a jihadi, saying that, oh, he was troubled and he became a jihadi. He took up guns against the state, which is not the. They did not show exactly what happened. They did not show that there was a genocide in Kashmir. Kashmiri Hindus and the most patriotic people in Jammu and Kashmir were uprooted. They were murdered, raped, and they were driven out. They never showed the truth. They were only showing the life of a jihadi picking up guns and saying that he wanted azadi, and azadi against whom? It was just they were not telling the truth at all. A huge human tragedy of Kashmiri Hindus they were ignoring. They were just bypassing that.
So just as you have seen the before 2019, and you have also seen, yeah, I've been suggesting after 2019, after the abrogation of the 370 and 35A, what do you find the difference?
The difference is that after 2019, it broke the. I will tell you the story. It broke the back of jihad. The jihadis had thought that Kashmir is their own backyard. They had never anticipated this in their wildest dream, that India would abrogate Article 370. There was they had no clue when it happened, because they thought that Indian government is so weak, doesn't have spine to remove this article, which was basically giving independence to Jammu and Kashmir. All the things in Jammu and Kashmir were could be done without consulting government of India, which was a very a kind of move which a lot of Indians could not understand. So it came as a big setback to the jihadi element, azadi element, that this 370 was removed and government of India could rule directly Jammu and Kashmir, which was needed. And as you have been a journalist since decades. Everyone, when you broach this topic, oh no, this cannot be done. Constitution doesn't allow that. This is all nonsense. This was just a lobby telling government of India that it cannot be done. But Modi ji proved that it could be done. And it was a great step. A very I must say, a very big, huge patriotic step taken by BJP under the guidance of Narendra Modi ji.
So, how just you just think about that before 2019? Any memories of 90s? I think you were 90s that time. You were in Kashmir, as your
Yeah.
father was just a bureaucrat. That is different thing. But many, whatever seen the Kashmir files, many bureaucrats also already agree with the situation, and already they could not make it. So how just you just
I was
have, I think good memories and bad memories I can't say, but whatever memories are there. So I think you think now it's a good day now. अच्छे दिन आ गए.
Yeah, it all started with that, as you know, Rubia Sayed's kidnapping and then releasing of those 4 5 terrorists in December '89. And after that, the jihadi element and basically these people who were against the government, India, they became very emboldened. They thought that the independence is round the corner, Azadi is round the corner. So it all culminated in January. when things became out of hand. All these used to come in thousands, a huge amount of people used to come on streets, and all the local mosques were blaring that Azadi will happen, and we need, Kashmiri men out of here, Kashmiri Hindu men out of here, but they can leave their women here. All those kind of narabazi, yahan kya chalega, Nizam Mustafa, all those things which were shown in the Kashmir files were true. Actually, if you remember, they're all from Manoj Raghuvanshi used to come up with a news track,
Yeah.
VHS cassette. All of them were documented by.
That is viral on social media that time, the Bita interview. Yeah.
Correct. He was the only person showing exactly what is happening in Kashmir. I recently got in touch with Manoj Raghuvanshi ji and thanked him. He says, without your visuals of those AK-47 and all those narebazi, the film would not have been possible, because, or even the Bita Karate interview, which Manoj Raghuvanshi did, which is true, which has been completely duplicated in the movie. So everything in the movie Vivek Agnivedra 3 has shown is backed up by evidence, whether it be news track or whether it be the stories of Kashmiri Hindus which he has himself taken. So nothing is shown out of ordinary. Actually, in fact, he has diluted it, because the brutality of the jihadis was so much, it could not be shown on the TV, on the movie. So he has shown it in a very diluted way, which I agree with him. The brutality cannot be shown in the way it was shown. So that was, as you said, that was January 1990. Things were bad to worse. And 19th of January was the culmination of everything, when they came on barging on our doors that we need your women, we need this and that. They started abusing us, and that was the night which changed everything. Kashmiri Hindus thought that government of India cannot protect them. This is the time to run away. So that night started the exodus, as we call it, and they went towards, as I have told you once, that the only thing which the local sarkar did was they had put tents up in Udhampur and Nagrota, and that is the place where the majority of Kashmiri Hindus went to those tents to save their lives from the jihadis.
Okay, just how you save life. Just time a break, and after break, I'll take the inputs for the better Kashmir, new Kashmir, how it's going to be the new defined Kashmir with new narratives and the new modes of development. Time a break. Welcome after break. We are just discussing, talking with Mr. Dr. Vivek Kaul. He's an eminent doctor and a socio-political activist now living in London. He's originally from the Srinagar. Already have seen and already come across many bad memories. We can't say the good memories, but now is still living with the high positivity. And it is also a matter of fact, whatever narrative was being, all Muslim were the sideline and tortured like that. I think bad narratives and fake narratives created by some groups who are just trying to be and narrate with their narratives for the breaking India, not for the making India, but the all whoever just exodus and send after genocide, no one go on the negative side. All are the wherever they are the really for the society, for social reformer and the doctor, engineer, and whoever they are working, and in only just with the I think study and with the theory of positivity. Dr. Vivek Kaul, how just you see and analyze the situation now? How any expectation from the government, what they are doing last 2 years? I think 2 years on the COVID pandemic effect, but whatever you have seen the two elections already held in the Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir, and the local body elections and development committee elections all held, and trying to become the mainstream India, but India should be the Bharat, not India. That is also a conspiracy of the past government and policymakers. So just how just you analyze the situation now, whatever they have done, I think not want to discuss they have done the rubbish. I have been Jammu Kashmir in 94-95 with Rajesh Pilot, that Kubara district, that was a meeting, and from me, 200 feet, the two bombs exploded from the Pakistan side. That time, Ghulam Rasul Kar was Congress president. Mr. Sabarwal was the DGP that time. I remember after that 98, 99, I was just gone with the Atal Bihari Vajpayee, then Prime Minister, for regional level conference, and that Farooq Abdullah was chief minister, and I just exposed his corruption that time, how he just minting money with the government of Bharat, India money for the own
Correct.
interest, not big interest. So I have seen that one. So, but how just you see now the situation is good, and do you agree with the new policy of the government? What they are doing, the Lieutenant Governor and the Kashmir and the Ladakh and Jammu, how the three sections are doing one, how the governance is doing two, and I want to take your inputs for that inputs in Kashmir file mention. सरकार तो बदल गई है, सिस्टम हमारा है. How do you analyze this?
Yeah, but yes, it's a good question. I'm very to answer it in a brief manner. I'm very hopeful that if anything positive has to come for Kashmiri Hindus, who are the original son of soils, it will happen under the present dispensation only. The present dispensation has been, are not antagonistic to Kashmiri Hindus as the previous ones were. Otherwise, you would not have, even the movie would not have been made, or roadblocks would have been erected in its, censorship and all that. But they have been. I must say that even the Prime Minister talked about the movie in the Parliament, which is a big thing. Normally, it has moved him. Normally, Prime Ministers don't talk about films in their own parliamentary setting, but it has also moved them. They also know that they have to do something, and the best chance of doing it is under LG government, because the inputs are direct. The line of commands are very short. They can tell Lieutenant Governor what all to do. Once you have elections, a lot of pro-Pakistani elements enter, and not much can be achieved. And with this present dispensation, I'm very hopeful that we will get a commission of inquiry and also a commission of rehabilitation, a homeland. As I said, talked to you on the Hindi edition, that there is a precedence of giving hill councils like Kargil Hill Council, Ladakh Hill Council, Darjeeling Hill Council, Bodoland. Similar hill councils can be given to the son of soils Kashmiri Hindus in a portion which government can geographically give us right from in that area near Mutton, that areas can be given up to Amarnath, where we can have our own culture, which is
Your
old
voice is
Kashmiri culture.
a little loud, please. Very low.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So I said that a Kashmiri Hindu Hill Council is the natural progression. That is what we want. That is how we will save our culture in that part of the world, which was basically a Hindu culture. So it has to be transplanted back. So this can only be possible under the governor, lieutenant governorship, and the present dispensation, which is not, as I said, not antagonistic to us.
So just I think you are not favor of the early election in the Jammu Kashmir, as just Gupkar gang and other leaders demanded in the
No.
all party meeting in Delhi, when headed by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah and others.
No, because once you have these Gupkar gangs and others, it's nothing but having a lot of pro-Pakistani elements into the government. Once they go into the government, nothing will happen for Kashmiri Hindus. And it will again become a very unpatriotic Gathbandhan in Kashmir, which you do not want. I think Lieutenant Governor's rule should stay for a long, long time, till they are not till we don't have pro-Indian elements coming up from the valley, which I do not see at this present time.
Okay, so now you are happy what the government is doing now in this frame of the development after 5th August 2019.
Yes, a lot of Kashmiri Muslims on the ground are very happy, because the corruption levels have come down drastically. Previously, there were so many places where the corruption took place. Now, the chain of commands is directly in the hand of Lieutenant Governor and few of his district DCs and all that. So the work is being done. Even a complaint is being addressed directly by within 48 hours. So there is a sunwai, as we see in Hindi, which was not possible when the local government was in rule. So definitely, Lieutenant Governor rule is much better for Kashmir at this present scenario.
Okay, so now you're happy with the government and governance, but you're not just uh, agree. But do you agree with the system has not changed? Something should be done more transparency.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Lieutenant Governor has done a lot of things. He's very popular among the people. He has directly deals with the problem much better than what it was before. Is that I do not see that he should not be the election should be postponed for some years in my mind till you
Okay.
don't have the Kashmiri Hindus coming back. What I have in my mind, which I have not discussed with anyone, is a written accord between Kashmiri Muslims and Hindus should be coming up, like they had a written accord in Beirut between Shias and Christians in 1993. That kind of accord should come where we should respect each other, not attack each other. We should, not fight with each other. That kind of written agreement, accord, should be a part of our rehabilitation with the local Muslims. Then only things will move further. And people like you should actively participate in that accord. We need people like you who are, pro-Indian, and you have friends on both sides of the fence. You have a lot of Muslim friends. So all these people, I was telling Shazia Ilmi the other day, she should also be in it. A kind of a platform by the prominent citizens of India should work towards that accord, which is the need of the hour. And I'm sure Prime Minister Modi ji will be very happy with this accord if it comes from the members of the public and all stakeholders.
Oh, a nice suggestion for action. Whatever just government of India do and will do, they will think, and whatever inputs are there, I'll just try to uh, 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 transfer your message and your suggestion to
Thank
the
you.
government, whatever to the best for the Jammu Kashmir. So nice of you, just you part of this our DGN talk program on the especially for this Kashmir file outburst. And nice suggestion just you have made, and for the governance and for the betterment of the Kashmiris, whoever just living and outside country. But I think more than 49,000 have registered to just come back. And I think the data is also going collecting, I think 3.5 lakhs and 5.5 lakhs and whatever data is there. So I think it will be the good for that. And we should understand and for the betterment how our Kashmir will be the now. I think he's now growing now. I think it will be now really हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि स्वर्ग है तो धरती पे वो कश्मीर है. I think I found more than Switzerland and other European countries our Kashmiris. Thank you very
Correct.
much. Just participate program. Jai Hind. Jai
Thank
Bharat.
you. Jai Bharat.